Alright, what is up YouTube? It's Krod here. I'm back with another good boxing video for all you good boxing fans out there. According to Twitter, lightweight contending prospect? No, super featherweight contending prospect or superstar. I say he's a superstar, but I believe he's a former a featherweight champion. I want to say he's like a two-time world champion, but basically superstar boxer Shakur Stevenson has been calling out names lately in the boxing world, and he's trying to get a fight in before the year is up in possibly January or when the year starts. But just recently, I believe a couple days ago, he basically called out, or actually no, he called out, he called out to former retired boxer Abner that came out on Twitter, I believe, on that same following day, where he stated that he needs a fight. I guess like basically he wants to get back into the ring and he wants to get a tune-up fight, but Shakur basically came out and said to him that he's available if he wants to take a fight with him. And Abner Maris said, he doesn't want anything like super duper difficult, but he said, yeah, sure, I'll take a fight with you. So Shakur, he said perfect and like a laughing emoji. And I don't really care so much about social media. Like, it's not always certain. But Shakur was very surprised that a guy like Abner Maris came out of his way and said, yeah, I'll take the fight with you, because, that's something that, a huge veteran that has a huge, insane resume coming out to say, yeah, I'll fight you. That would be a great fight. But Shakur Stevenson, obviously, was like not, responding in like a laughing emoji just because Abner Maris just said, oh yeah, I'll take the fight. He's obviously doing this for the sake of actually wanting a big name. And I think Shakur Stevenson, he's at that level where he's putting himself at such a greater position where he is calling out the biggest names in boxing, and he is not backing down from anyone. And for Abner Maris, I think this would be such a really, really good fight where he could really take a good fight in a young kid like Shakur Stevenson. The thing about Abner is that he's a very crafty fighter. He has a lot of good reflexes. His style is just insane. And he just be fighting on another level. He's just too good with how he, orchestrates his movement. His combinations are insane. He does not give up whenever he puts a fight down. The issue is just that when he gets caught up into the pocket, he can get caught in certain occasions where he could possibly get, KO'd. But if anything, he doesn't really get KO'd because he's only gotten KO'd one time, and that was by reigning, superstar Johnny Gonzalez, or Mexican superstar Johnny Gonzalez, which, he's a very good fighter. He's not a pushover. He has won multiple belts through the WBC, and I believe, he's won the IBO. Yeah, so I'd say he's like a 2-3 time world champion. So yeah, he's fighting tough comp. But yeah, Abner Maris, his resume is insane. He fought Joseph Agbeko back in 2011. He's fought Leo Santa Cruz, That was a crazy fight. Though those two fights were insane, and I mean his last fight was against Leo Santa Cruz, and though those were two crazy unanimous decisions that could have went either way. But if anything, he's fought Eric Morel. He's fought Yanni Perez. He's an insane fighter. I mean, other than that, like, you know, he's had pretty much notable victories, and guys like, I don't know, maybe Alcema Moreno, Daniel Ponce de Leon. He's a damn good fighter. Jonathan Okendo, the guy that, you know, unfortunately got beat by Jamel Herring. Arturo Reyes, that's a name. Jose Luis Ramirez, great fighter. Andres Gutierrez, that, you know, that's insane. So I mean, yeah, I would definitely like to see this fight, because Abner Mares, he needs at least maybe like a last fight, and then probably just hang it up, because the problem is because of his retina, his eye surgery that he had to go through with this torn retina condition, which unfortunately happened when he was about to fight Gervonta Davis, and sadly enough, it just came to such a horrible you know, point of time where he wasn't able to, you know, get that opportunity to fight Tank. But now him having to lose 2 years of his boxing career, and now he's wanting to get back into the ring, I think this would be good for him to fight Shakur, because I think Shakur, he needs a guy like Abner Mares, where Abner Mares, he can really give Shakur a huge boxing lesson. And I think Shakur, he's just at that level where he could really do some damage to the 130-pound division. But it would be insane to just see what Shakur is just made to be against a guy like Abner. And, you know, it's good that Abner accepted Shakur's challenge, because, you know, Abner, he wants to, like, actually fight some really top quality fighters. So Shakur Stevenson would be like a coming out party. But if this fight were to happen, I would hope that it's at least maybe 130 pounds. That would be a really good campaign to have with the fight setup. I would definitely try to at least have maybe let the fight down in Texas or something, or somewhere where fans are, you know, actually allowed. But it wouldn't surprise me if they could get, you know, let the fight set up somewhere that can be, you know, a good venue where the fight isn't going to have such a small crowd. You know, there should be a huge crowd to support the fight, because, you know, Shakur is not gonna ask for, like, you know, like some like small paycheck. You know, he wants to get paid, you know, big money, and I think Shakur, you know, would have such a great challenge ahead of him if he were to face Abner. So I think if this fight were to happen, what's my prediction for this fight? If it were to be a 12-rounder or a 10-rounder, obviously it wouldn't be a 12-rounder, but I'd probably say a 10-rounder. I would put Abner for maybe the half of the 10 rounds, but it would definitely go to Shakur's way if Shakur, you know, outboxes Abner. I just don't see Shakur really doing damage to Abner. Abner, he's a very, very strong puncher. Like, he has that puncher's chance to really get somebody hurt whenever he finds his niche to actually hurt you. But either or, I can definitely have Abner winning that fight if it wasn't for just like the harsh pressure that Shakur does with his, you know, boxing style. And I just think stylistically, it would definitely have to be Shakur Stevenson, because he's just that type of kid where he's just way too good. He just does everything right, and he just makes everything look so easy. But it wouldn't surprise me, because Shakur, he's a very good fighter. He doesn't make that many mistakes. He makes sure that he puts himself at a good position where he makes adjustments, and he gets you in a mental state of mind where, you can't really figure him out, because he's super slick and he's really good with his technique and skills. And I think defensively, Shakur, he has the best defense in boxing. I say again, Shakur Stevenson has the best defense in boxing. And I probably say Devin Haney would be another problem to him down the road. But I say, as of now, Shakur, he has the best defense, in all of boxing right now. But I think this would be a really good fight. I actually want to see Shakur have a war, with a guy like Abner, because it would definitely spark a lot of fire into the flames, where Shakur, he will be put in deep waters. I kid you not. Abner will definitely put the pounding on Shakur, but Shakur, he needs to box intelligent. This is not going to be a pushover. This is going to be a very, intellectually driven chess match, where Abner, he's going to give Shakur a lot of issues, and Shakur, he needs to have that answer. But I think stylistically, Shakur Stevenson, he's going to do his thing if he can mature very well for this fight and actually know the ins and outs of how to read Abner. And then once he figures him out, then boom, Shakur, he got that fight. So either way, I think this would be a very good fight. Let me know what you guys think. If Shakur Stevenson is fit to fight a guy like Abner Mares for a big step-up fight and to have a good name on his resume to enhance his career. Alright, so I will see you guys later. Have a good day. And be sure to like, hate, comment, and subscribe. And this is K-Rod signing out. Thank you, and goodbye.